Welcome back, survivors! I'm the SurvivalVis, and we return to Prehistoric Hunt. So last episode, we were playing around with this bad boy, the 50 caliber rifle, seeing if it holds up to, like, the amount of, points it costs to get, a few things like that. Now, I'm going to actually take off the, Gallimavis, just go for that contract instead. I'm going to see maybe about trying to get a few more trophies we can put in the trophy room for, like, this Friday as we wrap things up. I've claimed everything there. I think... should I... Maybe I will just go for a little bit more of the heavy rifle pack. And there's nothing new collar-wise to do or take, so we can leave that. Yeah, I don't need new storage or more storage. I think I'm basically good where I am. Now, one of the things I was thinking over, like... Oh, actually, I should address it. It was Dave Remy who commented about, like, how the contracts work with, like, as you can claim the kill and fill a contract too, but they won't, like, double the points you get. It's just filling the contract does both claiming and finishing it up in that instance. So, just to clear that up, you can't really, like, accelerate the point grind by getting a double payout. And when you fill the contracts, it already claims a kill for you towards that for turn-in. But I was going to go into was, like, a little bit more talk about, like, the points and how the game could be a bit improved. Like, there's definitely the visual aspect, but right now, if I think just, like, number-wise, it would probably be to change up the contracts to be more rewarding. Because when you first start the game with the basic hunting rifle, or not even the most basic hunting rifle, I think it's just simple rifle or something like that, it is a bit of a slog to try to get you up to the point total you need in order to, like, just get you that first weapon, like, get you the default hunting rifle. It takes 500, but you have to think of what the most basic rifle is, and then think of what you can take down with it. So compies, maybe galleys, pachycephalosaurus, trikes, ankies. A lot of these things are not going to go down in 1 or 2 hits. They're going to need a lot of ammo pumped into them. So as much as you're getting some down, you also then have to start impacting or factoring in what the cost of ammunition is to restock yourselves, as well as the cost of health packs to keep yourself alive unless you want to keep dying and going to get your stuff again. I think it's something where the game has a number of adjustments it could look at trying to make. And a big thing is probably going to be trying to make the animals more fragile. Like, one of the big things about hunting games, or even actually classic ones such as the classic carnivores, is to be efficient of hunting or taking stuff down is to land those vital zones. Now, again, I do think if the animals get a few more animations to make them a little bit more slow or idle and give you some chances or openings to... I'm stuck. What? I can't move. What the heck just happened? Okay, I've got to go main menu and then I think back in. Because, yeah, this has not happened before. I guess I hit, like, a weird stick zone in the terrain or something? Okay, let me disconnect, start a new one. Anyway, as I'm going on, I think making it so that way the animals are a little more fragile, even if it's not the initial hit, but they bleed out more or there's more impact from the shots and the weapons hitting, that can help a bit more. Let's do short. Everything looks good. Start that up. It'll take a moment to load or so. But that's the big thing. Now that I'm up here and I have all the stuff, is even now it does feel like the contracts are not super paying off. And even, like, collecting the dinosaurs on their own, it doesn't feel like you're going to make much progress unless you are able to get very good placing on shots and get animals down at peak efficiency. So let's say you have the most basic rifle. It takes, we'll say, 3 shots to take down a trike if you get the lungs and the heart or something. So that trike is going to give you a payout of, let's say, 15 credits. So that means you'd have to get those 3 shots on at least 2 trikes in order to have, like, just make even on the stack of ammo. It doesn't sound too bad if you can always do that. But the question becomes, are you going to be able to always do that? Like, one of the things is going to probably get refined more with a bit of time. But it's one of the things that I'm kind of sort of trying to think of myself in that I could propose. If you guys have watched me play, you know I'm like a problem solver, or I come across something, I try to see what's the issue, how to resolve it, and propose a fix, or how to address it. I thought I heard something for a moment there. Actually, I wonder if I should try to watch for a Rex, because, I mean, last time we spawned here, last episode, a Rex did come down into this area. I do see a Brachiosaurus up there. A lot of our contracts are back that way. Maybe I'll go up along the beach, just to see if we find anything interesting. Because that will let us put this rifle to another test if we can find a Rex. But right now, I think one of the big things is maybe expanding some of the hit zones on the animals. Like, I feel like the lungs should be a bit bigger in some compared to what we see on the hit zone charts. It's just, again, I'm trying to figure out what are the little ways to help fix and improve the game and the experience. And one of them is definitely contracts should be giving you this really reward feeling like you want to prioritize them. You do right now, but not really because they give you a bigger payout than just the generic animals, but just because they are a good way to get any points in. That sounded different. I wonder if that was a Giga or a Carno. Although it did seem to, like, sound from a weird direction, like up on the hill there. Yeah, I don't have a Brachiosaurus contract, so I'll just go for that. But I'd love to see what your guys' opinions are. Like, one of the things about the classic Carnivores games is it did have the animals actually incredibly fragile. Where if you got one little hit at their mortal zone, that would put them down with any weapon you were using. And that was kind of the way to pay off for getting contracts in that, or getting hunts completed. Is because they could be so fragile, as you would improve your accuracy or set yourself up, you could start like grinding them reliably and getting them in. Prehistoric Hunt kind of can be like that, but because the weapons have like their own power levels and that, I think... Oh, you're on the move. Oh, you're running away. That... Okay, that's actually what I love to see. So, this did its job incredibly well. That was a one-shot on a Brachiosaurus. And was that a heart or a lung? That was the heart. So they do have it so that way... Ooh. I think I scared him off because of that. Oh, and then the big head's in the way. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get him turned around, so we'll just run after that. Oh, any new contracts? Where's the pinpointed one? Oh yeah, definitely need to change that one out. You know what, we'll take the Trank contracts with them, and maybe... I'll see if I can get another Pteranodon pretty easy, because they are, again, once they're in the area... Oh. I guess the pinpointed animal just got killed, so I'll have to find another one for that. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of how to help better the game out a little bit more from my experiences playing. I do think a big thing will be just giving a little bit more animation so it's a little easier to try going for the vitals on so many more of the species. Like, the Pteranodon actually landing is a very good step forward. It's just that instead of having it seeming to, like, lay down on the ground, I think it does, almost have it, like, upright with its wings folded. Sort of like how a lot of Quetzalcoatlus paleo art is right now. Or there are some examples of it where it's on the ground, just like walking around. I know those have it like the size of a giraffe, but if there's a new Pteranodon model, that's something I think should be tried to look into for doing for them. The Brachiosaurus is a species I can't complain about at all, because they do have like the grazing animations, they just stand idle like that sometimes. It's just really well done animal in general that fits the game pretty good. But other ones like the Gallimimus, the Ankylosaurus, they never seem to really stop. They just always seem to be in motion, and they don't have any other animations really to them. And I think that, which might be one of the bigger parts that holds the game back a bit right now. If I were to have, like, say, first priority of things, I'd probably say you'll want to focus on making the points a little bit better to curve out. Because if you do that, for new players to test, and even current players, that'll let them get the points to get more stuff in the shop opened up, try out more options and more features of your game, and then it can give you more feedback all around there. Because then you can always just adjust the values a little bit later in if it's too generous. But it would give a good way of being able to expand into, like, for a larger audience to get deeper into the game to give feedback with parts. So yeah, first priority might be that. Next one would probably be looking at trying to get a consistent visual quality across all of the animals. Oh. Actually, do I have anything for galleys? I don't, but I do want to try an actual proper shot on them, because, like, the shot I took on them for this thing taking down Brachiosaurus in one hit at the heart. Yeah, that's what I'm expecting, is it should put down a galley in one shot, too. It should even, like, be doing more to the other galleys. Like, what was this? Stomach and thigh. So I don't know how where the other one that I took the shot on hit for it, because it didn't seem like it actually took it down ever. It was able to run off after getting shot by this. So the consistency for it can be really difficult to work with at times. Let me just go... I think this is a rare Brachiosaurus. We'll go take it down. And maybe even try to go to more areas. Oh, so the galleys do have, like, a grazing animation as well. It's just, I rarely, if ever, see it. Yeah, let me take the Brachiosaurus contract, just because it'll be super easy to fill. Yeah, like, see, that is just what I love seeing, is he's just grazing about, slowly walking, stops from time to time. It just kind of feels like a more natural animal than almost like an animatronic going about on a rail system. Okay, so that, I guess, was a stomach shot? Let's go up and see. Oh, a rare diamond. I can't remember if the one I have is a rare diamond as well, or it's just a rare. You know what? I'm just going to fill that contract, because I think it is a rare diamond we've got. And maybe I'll even go up this way. I don't think I've gone like this way to the cave before in the series. But I would love to, again, just like, let's bring up topics, let's talk and see what we think we can do to improve the game, where its focus should be next for fixes or additions or what have you. Just some little talk like that to help expand and bring ideas out and forward. Like, I'm not even thinking of any real changes to... Ooh, actually... Oh, that was a one-shot, and I think that's a rare-colored one, too. So where did that shot land on you? That was the lung and spine, but yeah, it took a fair bit of integrity off. So that is one thing. I don't think integrity is going to count too much to, like, once it's in your trophy room. More so, it's only like a contract thing. But if I hit tab and I do look at Pteranodon, yeah, penalty weapons are those two. So the highest you'd probably want is the hunting rifle against it. So there is a necessity to have a little bit of a variety of weapons if you do want. Oh, what did I hit? Another rock. See, another thing I'm kind of debating on too is it would probably go in line like with a visual update, but I think the compies might need to be a little bit bigger. Just because if they are in areas with tall grass or like tall foliage like this, you don't really see them. And there's something that basically is just like a little, almost like a rat in a way. They just like run out and do a little attack against you, even though they probably shouldn't with their size. But again, big thing right now I think would be probably just trying to adjust the numbers for like your rewards contracts in, and like the dinosaur rewards for putting them down. Just so that way it feels a little bit more accessible for like new players in case the point grind is a bit too much. That way they can test more, and that can be dialed or changed up later on, and it's much easier to do that then than keep trying to add new content and having it like me a little too late into the game for a good audience to test it. I don't know, it's just trying to toss stuff out and spark up discussion. I could be completely wrong on stuff as well, and other people will correct me with it. It is the internet, that is kind of like one of the things it does. Yeah, this is an area I've never really gone to before. I mean, it's not so much there's anything to see, but having this kind of forested area does make me wonder what could be around here. Thought I heard, like, heavy footsteps for a moment. I do want to test this thing on a Rex. It's probably the... Okay, I hear beeping from, like, a cache somewhere. I think the Rex is the most dangerous of the animals in the game right now. The only reason it's more dangerous than the Spino is because the Spino is pretty more restricted to how often you find them. The Rexes, I think I've been coming across so often across so many areas of the map, they are the big danger. And they're often hard to put down because when they start coming after you, the head is down and forward, so you can't really get good vital shots on them as they're coming in. Then the Spino is easily the second most dangerous. I'll take both of those. And it's actually kind of handy to get all these health... Oh. I wish I came across you before somebody got to you. You're a very interesting colored trike, aren't you? Killed by a Rex. A melanistic trike. See, that's a nice thing to have, is there is animal variation, like different skins, patterns, and that to some of the species. That is a nice bit of diversity that helps, like, make the trophy hunts really an aspect of the game to work at. But it is a shame I was not here to find it before a Rex got to it. That is one of the aspects that is both a positive and a negative, is it's positive to have this interaction of animals that you don't even see, and that there is, like, an ecosystem at work. But it's a bit of a negative if you, like, come across a dead trophy you can't do anything about like that. Because I would have loved to have taken that into the trophy lodge. But it just means there's more reason to go hunting and try to find another one like that on my own. But another thing, again, also add a little it's not too much that there's even a lot of AI to add to the animals, I think. Because, again, for the most part, they do their job okay enough, but there could be a little bit better. You want to come in? Or are you just making a call as you're going by? Okay, I think it's just called as it went by. There's something bipedal up ahead. Okay, trikes. Okay, this was a weird situation. There's something here. Let me just see if there's a Rex. Okay, there's a Rex supposedly down this way. Okay, I hear compies. There's that. You know what? I'm going to probably... Yeah, I know. I don't want to really deal with you either, but I'm trying to. I hear compies running about. Again, this is a little bit of where I think they might be just a bit too small. There's one. Oh. Yeah. That's a bit of an odd behavior. It ran right by me. Usually even on their own compies I can gauge. And it's not like there's anything really walking around. Yeah, no stomps or anything. Nope. A dead Anki? Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with him. Yeah, dead Anki. So this is the feeding ground of a Rex for sure. That trike might actually be going towards wherever it is. Oh, a Rex at night. I mean, I do kind of dislike how this Triceratops is staying right in our path. But it could be a warning system for us that the Rex is near if it does come running back. I just have to make sure it doesn't, like, try to get aggressive to us. Oh, is that another dead Anki? Actually, that's a... There's a whole killing field here. I just want to do that so that way I don't have, again, that kind of causing us problems. Yeah, another Rex kill. Another Rex kill there, I guess. This area is just littered with them. I wonder if he was tied to, like, following this one as it's almost like a lead or partner. But finding all those in a row makes me want to find the culprit. There's a new pinpointed dino, but that's just out there. Yeah, let me see if I can find this. Oh, another one? Lord, this was definitely like... another Rex. I wonder if it's all from the same Rex. It's like, look at the trail of bodies so far. And then this tells a story. The tracks came in, the Rex tracks went out. I hear it. I don't see it yet, though. I think it's up ahead still. Yeah, I think the Rex that did do all this is up ahead somewhere. Oh, I think it's going to start raining. It just got, like, a lot darker. Although I do see orange in the, like, sky, so maybe it's... dawn starting to break. Yeah, see, that Rex walked off a little bit more. It might just be that there's been such a lineup of food that it keeps chasing animal after animal. Oh yeah, see that? It's definitely chasing something, I think. So I don't think I'll catch up to that, but I'll try to set us for the cave. Let's see if my squeaky, squelchy feet get us out of this little area. It is interesting, there is like a little bit of different material to the ground. There's some muddy areas and some actual, like, dirt. Oh, this is a good spot for trying to snipe from. I just can't really see anything down there right now. Let me just move down a little bit more and see if I hear or spot anything. Because supposedly there's an ankylosaurus nearby. I'm kind of curious if this thing would take that down in one shot. Let me see if I can just get the caller out for it. No, literally right up there. Yeah, see, I actually probably shouldn't have tried calling it, because that's going to make it... If I take a shot, I'm just going to be hitting the armor along the entire back of it, so I almost want to be a little bit more below it. Yeah, I probably didn't need to, but I figured I might as well with it already smacking me. Oh, actually not too surprised. 100% for that. Oh, right. I was supposed to be trying to tranquilize these for that. We'll just claim it because it is only a silver, and I think I've got the two Ankies back in the trophy lodge. I don't know if they'll have any variations of, like, albino melanistic patterns to them. I think only it's a select few dinos right now have the variations. It might be the Rex. Actually, I don't know if the Rex would, or it's just a rare pattern it has right now. Because, like, all the times I've been playing, I don't know if I've come across a rare Rex yet. I don't think I will be this time with the series, though. I was like, it has been a little bit more difficult when I am actually prepared and trying to find them. They don't want to be too close, do they? And, yeah, nothing else really there I'll pick up. I'll just... you know what, I'll even pop an energy pack. I do have 2 of them, so... I'll get us to the cave... Just 2 little rocks. I'll get us to the cave and then turn in what we've gotten in this episode here. But as for anything else to do for, like, last episode, I don't think that I really have a list of anything. I think it really is just take down a few more animals, get us possibly a few other things to add to the trophy room, and that's about all. It does... I think one of the reasons why the heavy, like the 50 caliber and the 700 are so highly priced is because they're kind of like your end game goals. Once you've gotten those, you basically turn it more into like just farm points or trophy hunt. It's kind of like the big unlockables that you've won the game in a way, perhaps. Which, I mean, I can see the appeal of that and wanting to make sure like they are something to be like a late unlock. But I still feel like the grind up towards them could definitely see player interest slipping a little bit if the contracts and point flow in doesn't feel like worth it. Ooh, this might be a little difficult. Uh-oh, I might get hurt here. Oh, no, I'm okay. I think as long as you kind of like slide down against the terrain, it won't register as fall damage, or it'll be minimum fall damage. If you go running off the cliff, then you're going to break your ankles and your legs and everything, really. Sounds like a few things are here. Weirdly enough, this cave used to be a pretty easy spot to come across a Rex or 2 at. Oh, what's up with the weird rock there? Oh. Oh, that's odd. Okay, maybe it's just like it took a while to load the textures on it. Yeah, here we are in the cave. We'll just go hit this, turn in what we got, and we can end this episode. I'm still sitting very good for all my things, which is nice. Yeah, only up to 738. Didn't get too much done, mainly just a little bit of sightseeing and coming across that killing field. But I'm going to leave this episode of Prehistoric Hunt right here. Thank you all very much for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like, and if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure to leave in the comments right down below there. Again, if there is any ideas you would have for the game, for like where you see improvement, how you feel about its systems, be sure to leave in the comments, because the more feedback you can give, the more it can help a developer take a look and see if there's anything they didn't think of and they'd like to do, or even if it fits with something they weren't sure people might like. Feedback is always something that can be used or appreciated if it's gotten. But for now, I'm going to leave this episode right here, so thank you once again, survivors, and until I do catch you in the next video, please remember, as always, to take care and stay alive.